What's up, everybody? It's the Kind of Collector here. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. In this episode, I just got some really cool new 3D printed stuff that goes with my vintage Kenner Star Wars collection. Let's go ahead and check out these amazing pieces from the Return of the Jedi right now. All right, so here it is. I got this new Sarlacc pit. This is a custom 3D printed diorama set from Ruddy J07 over on Cults 3D. This is his design, and my buddy Jay Schmidt was awesome enough to print this one up and send it over to me to do a really cool video on. So here's all the parts and pieces after you unbox this Sarlacc pit. And my favorite part about what Jay did here at the bottom, this really cool play feature, so you can put figures like Boba Fett all the way through the Sarlacc pit, which is pretty cool, instead of just having like the mouth, which isn't really, playable. So it comes with these two rings. So I think this smaller ring goes in first. You gotta try to line it up so they're not blocking the holes. So there we go. And then I think the second ring goes on top. Same deal, kind of alternate those. All right, I think this is the stand for the skiff. So let's put these tentacles in here. Okay. Yeah, they fit really nice and snug. It's cool. Okay. I have to move this one. All right, and there we go. We have all the tentacles in. So let's go ahead and build the stand here. All right, so you have this opening. This will go in there. This should go in here. All right. These two parts just slide in right like this. Okay. All right, there you go. You have the Sarlacc pit with the stand. Now let's add a really cool backdrop to this, some figures. Let's showcase this in all of its glory. And the pit of Carcoon, nestled in the Tatooine desert or the Dune Sea. This is just a really cool desert Dune Sea backdrop from Bob over at the Cardboard Galaxy. I buy pretty much anything he comes up with, and love to match this stuff up with dioramas, other play sets, parts and pieces, and action figures. So let's go ahead and add the old Tatooine skiff from Kenner to this. And one of my favorite vintage Kenner vehicles, the Tatooine skiff. This thing's awesome, very difficult to find with all the parts and pieces still intact. You can see underneath here, there's just these three little spots that connect the way that this little stand was designed so that this floats above the Sarlacc pit. So let's play out this iconic scene from the Return of the Jedi. And here we have that iconic scene from the Return of the Jedi. You have all the vintage Kenner Star Wars action figures on here. On the skiff, we do have one custom. That's a Han Solo in skiff gear outfit. That's from Outer Rim Creations. But just really amazing to see this hovering above the Sarlacc pit. It's such a pain in the ass to get all these figures to stand on here without rocking the boat, if you will. Having people fall off, especially because that guardrail right here actually flips up. So let's go ahead and play out the next scene. Luke's best buddy R2-D2 is ready to go. He's on the sail barge and ready to assist in deploying Luke's lightsaber. The lightsaber flies through the air, lands right in Luke's hands, and now everyone is screwed. We all know what happens next, but it's just such a cool, iconic scene to play out with my new 3D printed custom Sarlacc pit. Thanks again to the designer. Go check him out over on Cults 3D, that website that's got all the 3D printed designs. Thanks again to my buddy Jay for sending this over to me. I got one more secret, really cool 3D printed figure. Let's check that out next. Before we show the new figure I got, I wanted to show the coolest part of the Sarlacc pit. You got to put Boba Fett into the belly of the monster. See you later. There he will be digested over 1,000 years. So Princess Leia has snuck over to Jabba's trophy wall in the middle of the night to rescue Han Solo. But this is no ordinary Han Solo in carbonite. Let's see what happens as he comes off the wall. So Princess Leia has rescued Han Solo off of Jabba's trophy wall, but this is no ordinary carbonite block. When you lift this up, there's a Han Solo inside. So this is a custom 3D printed figure that is made to go inside of this custom 3D printed carbonite block, and it sits flush, which is really cool. So we'll take him out. Not sure who designed this. Got this from my buddy Steven over at Keepers Customs. If he wants to chime in the comments section. Thanks again, brother. I appreciate it. You can see here how it kind of comes together, and he fits inside there like that. So really amazing creative piece here, and he's even got the shackles on his biceps, which is really cool. So him and Leia, I think they got it all figured out, but there's something about to come. And that's a wrap on this week's episode. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Throw a like on this. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already so you don't miss any of these really cool vintage kind of Star Wars videos in the future. Thanks again, everybody, and collect the Cunner.